So today I want to talk about interviews and interview preparation. Interview preparation sessions is something that we offer of Your Success Services, and it's something that really has helped our clients to excel, succeed, and get jobs. Interviews can be very anxiety inducing, and this is something that everybody deals with and goes through. But you can avoid the anxiety that comes with the interviews if you are well prepared for them. So there are a number of things that you can do to prepare for an interview ahead of time. So there's some that most people are aware of, which is make sure that you have some really good professional branding documents and that they're concise and professional, and that they depict you in a very honest and professional manner. You bring those documents with you, and basically the interview, if you have already impressed somebody with your documents, then now they want to see the person behind the paperwork. So you will have to back up everything that you put in your documents at the interview, and also they will want to know how you can mesh with their company culture. And that's part of like the vetting process that happens between candidates at an interview. So how do you stand out? How do you stand out above other candidates in an interview? So besides having, a really good professional branding package, like your resume, cover letter, LinkedIn, at an interview, you want to make sure that you're confident, knowledgeable, aware, and that you're not only stating facts about the company or about your experience, that you bring in your personality and showcase who you are, not only what's on your paperwork. They're going to want to know how you're going to fit in with their workplace, or how you're going to fit in with the staff, the colleagues, especially if you're going to be in a supervisory position. They're going to want to know how you're going to handle certain situations. So I always tell my clients in interview preparation workshops to prepare scenarios. So just think of having like a toolbox that you can use across the board in most interview settings. You will be asked scenario questions. You will more than likely always be asked how you handled a certain situation, how you improved a process or a program or project in your organization, what initiatives you showed, and how they were able to help, in your industry, in your company. You also usually be asked something, how you handled stress, how you handled conflict, how you handled a negative situation, bad news, etc., etc., etc. So I always tell my clients, prepare scenarios. Prepare 3 different types of scenarios for these type of questions, because no matter what, they're going to come up. Also, that preparation into who you are. So it's not just who are you, what you like. I've heard it all. Well, I'm a mom and I'm this and I'm that. And the interview, they don't really want to know that stuff. It has nothing to do with you personally. They want to know who you are in relevance to the position that you're applying for. How who you are professionally is going to fit into this role, and how you're going to excel in that role. So when somebody asks you who you are, so tell us a little bit about yourself. A lot of people freeze in that question, but this is where the preparation comes in. You want to tell them about who you are in relevance to the position. These are a few examples of things that you can prepare ahead of time to help you to not show that anxiety or not be caught off guard when you're in an interview. So what I do during our interview sessions is Usually I prepare by knowing the industry that my client is going to be interviewed in. I send them a set of interview questions, industry specific interview questions. We get into our meeting, a Zoom meeting. We talk about all the basics of interviews and what they need to prepare as far as learning the company history and company facts and, learning a little bit about their culture and all that stuff. But then we go through questions together. So I have my clients pick the most difficult questions from the ones that I present to them, and then we talk about answers. We also do mock interviews. And 100% of the time, my clients have always said that this helped them tremendously to prepare and to not feel nervous and to not feel anxious and to actually, ace the interview and most often get the job. Many times it's very unfortunate, but the reason people don't get jobs is not because they're not qualified. It's because they freeze. They don't know what to say. Or they'll just start spewing a bunch of stuff because when you're nervous, you can't think straight. So you start saying a bunch of stuff that's not even relevant to the question just to fill time. And then, you don't really score high on your answers because it's not really what you could have answered had you had the time to think and prepare for the interview. So, those are just a few tips on how to stand out. Always have some scenarios and specific examples prepared in your interview toolbox to bring with you to any interview, because you're always going to be asked certain type of questions, and these are things that you should always just have in your interview toolbox with you. So no matter what, at least you'll be able to answer the main elements of the interview questions in an extremely confident and professional manner, and that will be shown right away to whoever's interviewing you. Your confidence, your knowledge, your awareness, and how you express yourself at an interview, that all matters. If you would like to practice or to have an interview preparation session with me or a mock interview session, just contact me and we can make it happen.